How to get Dutch driving license. In general, there are four situations. One, you already have a driving license and it is issued by one of European member countries. Second, you have a driving license issued by non-European Union member countries. Third, you are an expat. And fourth, you are a beginner. In this case, it doesn't matter whether you are a Dutch or a non-Dutch citizen. You have to follow the same procedure. Holders of a driving license issued by EU or AAA member countries may continue to drive with that full valid national license. If you can find your country in this list, this means you can drive in the Netherlands with your national driving license. In second situation, you have a driving license, but you are citizen of a non-European country. In that case, you have to take both theoretical and practical CBR tests. I explain you chronologically which steps you have to take. First, start with the theoretical and practical lessons. It can be at the same time, or you can first take your theoretical lesson and then later, when you pass the theory exam, you can take the practical exam. But there is no restrictions except that you have to take the theory exam first. When you have your theory certificate, you are allowed to take the practical exam. Your driving school cannot apply for a practical exam unless you pass your theory exam. You can book theory exam with DigiD via CBR site. If you do not have a DigiD, you have to apply for a DigiD code. In the Netherlands, you can take the exam in two languages, Dutch language and English language. So when you want to book an exam in one of these two languages, you can do it yourself via the CBR website. However, when you want to book an exam with a translator, then the exam should be booked by the driving school with the option to bring a translator. Once your driving school has booked one individual exam, you can book a translator via the tolkennet.nl. You register yourself, you give the date and time of the exam, you make the payment, they will send you a translator on the exam. When you pass the theory exam, then you should authorize your driving school to book a practical exam. A driving school cannot book an exam unless you give authorization. Later, I will show you how to log in on CBR site with DigiD or DGD and how to authorize a driving school. When you authorize driving school, you fill out health declaration form. On the health declaration, there are certain questions about your physical and mental health situation, and you have to fill out correctly and truly. Once you have authorized your driving school and fill out a health declaration form, the school will be able to make an exam reservation. Remember, when you take either theory or practical exam, do not forget to bring a valid ID with you. It can be ID card, it can be passport, or it can be a residential permit. So do not forget to take your ID with you. If you forget to take a valid ID, you are not allowed to take part in the exam. Regulations for expat. If you are an expat and benefit from the 30% tax ruling, you can exchange your driving license for Dutch driving license. This is also valid to your partner. In order to exchange your national driving license to Dutch driving license, you have to apply to the municipality where you are registered. They will forward your exchange application to the RDW. An expat, it doesn't matter from which country you are and you are working in the Netherlands and you benefit from 30% tax ruling, you are allowed to exchange your national driving license to Dutch driving license without taking any theory or practical exam. You are a beginner. This means you are starting from scratch. As explained before, you can take both theoretical and practical lesson at the same time, but you can also start with the theory, take theoretical exam. When you pass, then you can start with the practical lessons. When you are at the age of 16 and a half, you can start with a driving lesson, and at the age of 17, you are allowed to take practical exam. You probably ask yourself how it works. Most schools have the same approach, like our school, Quick Ribewise. First, you make an appointment for trial lesson. Our colleague drive with you for 1 hour, and then they will give you an indication which package suit you the best and how many lessons you need. He will discuss all these issues with you. We offer both theoretical and practical lesson. The theory you can study online and you can take the quizzes, you can read, and you can also watch the videos. We make the reservation if you don't buy theory lesson and the theory exam from our school. You can make the reservation yourself with DigiD or DGD via CBR site. After the trial lesson, if you prefer to continue with our driving school, you choose a package and make the payment. You can also choose for install payment. That is also possible. So when you pass the theory test, you authorize our driving school. Also fill out health declaration form. When you authorize and fill out the health declaration form, we can book a practical exam for you. And then you prepare yourself for the practical exam. I'm going to show you how you can authorize our school. On this page, you can find the details of our driving school. So in order to authorize our driving school, you need this number, or you can also search on the name, which is Quick Rijbewijs. If you do not have DGD, you can click here and you can apply for an account. Remember this number or copy paste this number. When you have DGD, you can copy paste this number and then you click to this link. You will go to my CBR site. Just remember, you can also log in directly via my CBR. You can log into CBR site. Now we are going to log in. You can log in with Digide. You can have the application on your smartphone. You can do it with SMS control, or you can do it with ID. When you open the application on your smartphone, you will get four letters. Enter the letters. On my CBR page, you can see my overview. So if you have any booking or authorization or health declaration, your personal details and all tasks. And you have also contact. You can check out or choose the language here. You can change it to Dutch. When you authorize a school, you can do it from here. You click here, authorize your school. You can authorize for theory test or for driving test. If you choose for driving test, because I already have my driving license, so I can apply for other categories here. So you choose your desired category and then you authorize the driving school. And you have here authorization for theory test. I click here. You have several options. For instance, for car driving license B, A for moped, and this is pleasure craft. So now we choose for B. Your details appears here. Then you choose theory test for car drivers, and then you look up for the trainer. You can do by numbers or by name and the city. If we do it by number, we do here 4938 U8. And as you can see here, the name of the school appears, Quick Ride. Find the trainer and continue. Like this, you can authorize your driving school. When you give authorization, you go back to all tasks and then you fill in health certificate for driver license. Here you click on the start, choose which category, and then you start. Answer all these questions so with yes or no, so it depends on your personal situation. After you finished the authorization and health declaration form, your driving school or our school will be able to apply for a test. Good luck with the lessons and the exam.